Good morning, one and all, for this opportunity on World Mental Health Day to be able to speak to all of you. I am also thankful to H.A.P.I to give me an opportunity to share my thoughts on this very memorable occasion. I think all of us are aware of the theme which the World Mental Health Organization has selected for this year. And if we reflect on this, we will find that every phrase of this theme carries a significance. The theme is making mental health and well-being a global priority for all. And what I intend to share with you in the next few minutes is to try to emphasize these different aspects of this theme. The first thing that always strikes us when we think is the verb, because verb is a doing word. And making becomes something that all of us together can do, and it is in our power to do. So we can make something which today is not there. So we are making mental health and well-being. Now it is very significant that the WMHD has decided to use both these words, mental health and well-being. All of us know that what mental health is, and WHO has been redefining the concept of health, in which mental and spiritual dimensions of health have been emphasized. And all of us also know that there is no health without mental health. I think a lot of research has shown that you can't have a healthy body and a not healthy mind. So a healthy body, a healthy mind, and a healthy system of values and relationships becomes a real necessity for us to say that we are traversing towards mental health. And so therefore WMHD has emphasized aspects of mental health as something that we should try to strive to make. And it is also talked in terms of well-being. Now, well-being is a subjective state, and it's very important, and we all know that well-being does not necessarily require a rich surroundings and luxury. Well-being is a state of the mind. And a number of us have read number of instances of people who are what one would conventionally say not in good physical health, but they are in a state of well-being. Because well-being means that a person is able to identify with an aspect of his aspirations which have nothing to do with what state we are in. And therefore, a number of people who have gone to jail in pursuit of their values do not react to the hardships of jail, but they do experience a sense of well-being. And so therefore mental health and well-being are aspects which we must try to inculcate within ourselves, within our families, within our friends, within our patients, and in the wider community. And this is not to be confined only to us and to our college colleagues and to our teachers. It is to become a global priority. Now, I think all of us are really aware, I don't want to enter into that, but all of us are aware of the dire state of global health, physical as well as mental. You would recall that in 2011, the WHO had carried out a survey of mental health, and they repeated it in 2021, and the results were out only this year. And all of us know what havoc the COVID pandemic brought about in the entire world. And in this aspect, we are now seeing further changes because of the inflation, because of the war, because of shortages, and not the least because of climate change. And all of us know what floods and what the heat waves and what the hurricanes are doing to different parts of the world, whether it is a rich world or whether it is a poor world. The only difference is that the rich world has the capacity to recuperate. The developing and the poor world does not. And whether it is the rich or the poor, it is also the males and the females, the adults and the children, the possessed and the dispossessed. I think the all concerns actually all. And we do know that some of the sections of population who suffer the most are the female population all over the world. In some parts of the world more, in some parts less. And so therefore, global, all over, I think the action of mental health and well-being must extend to all sections of the population, and it must be a priority, because we often find that we are all the time worried about different aspects of physical health, but we rarely realize that unless the mind is taken care of, a lot of other priorities do not get organized. And therefore, the theme of this World Mental Health Day is something that is fit for all of us, and especially for homeopaths. Because we homeopaths have in actuality always subscribed to these different aspects of the theme. We are holistic practitioners. We don't divide the mind and the body as separate compartments. We always look at the subjective experience of the individual, and all the time when we are administering the medicine, we are always seeing whether the patient is getting a sense of well-being, because that is the hallmark of the action of the simillimum. So mental health and well-being are something that we have always subscribed to. And for all, because the homeopathic system of medicine is a system of medicine which does not differentiate between different sections of the population. And our therapy, our approach is friendly to all aspects, whether it is the male and the female, whether it is a child, whether it is a male child or the female child. So everybody benefits from our interventions, and our system being the most economic system, medical system available, we are also able to reach out to a large proportion. And the problem comes there because we as homeopaths must prepare ourselves, must train ourselves, must educate ourselves to be able to reach out to all the sections. We require to be competent. We require to build up our abilities and capacities. And that is what sound education, sound training, and sound research can do. So try to deliberate on this day and try to find out how we as homeopaths can impart momentum to this theme of the World Mental Health Day and really make mental health and well-being a global priority for all.